Hello guys, and welcome back to the final round of the Manufacturers Cup for 2024. We're here at the Nürburgring. It's going to be 15 laps. Jumping straight into qualifying. Heading down towards turn 1, braking just before the 100 board, all the way down into first. Just feathering the accelerator and the brake just to get around that turn 2 easily. Getting around turn 4, running out wide to complete the first sector. Getting a bit on the grass there wasn't the best. This will be the first of 2 races at the Nürburgring here. And after I've uploaded the second race, then I'll get to move on to some daily race videos that I've recorded during the Manufacturers Cup while that was going on. So lots of videos to stay tuned for. Heading through the Schumacher S, slight lift. Up towards the beginning of the final sector. 27.7 through the first 3 sectors, so it's alright. I feel like I can go faster. Through the chicane, attacking the curbs. Going very wide at the hairpin because I thought I was going to get a faster lap in, but I wasn't able to do that. Into P2 for the moment, but after everyone set better lap times, it's going to eventually drop us down to P5 to begin the race. 8 tenths behind the leader, so definitely some room to make up, but I definitely thought I could go faster, which will be happening in the next video. It's a home race with Porsche in Germany, so hopefully can do something well for them. From P5, maybe a podium on the cards, I'm not sure. There's the grid. Having a look, it's an Alfa Romeo to take pole, and there I am 8 tenths behind in P5. It's quite difficult when you're in from probably about 4th all the way the rest of the way down to get through turn 1 easily and cleanly without anyone not trying to take you out, but out braking themselves and coming flying through. So towards turn 1, I will be keeping an eye on the radar down in the bottom right, just to try and stay out of any chaos. As we get underway, tucking up behind the Supra, they go to the inside early. I'm going to take the outside. And you can see in the radar 3 cars completely out braking themselves, which is going to eventually gain us 1 position by staying out of all that chaos. The Ferrari, they're going wide. He had 5 seconds of penalties anyway, so we managed to get past him as well. So already up into the podium places. Good start to stay out of trouble. Now hopefully going to chase after the leaders and try and reel them back in to get in the fight. And the soft tyres and medium tyres are mandatory for this race. So I've got the softs on at the moment. I'm just going to try and make them last as long as I can until the pit stop onto the mediums. Sitting at a steady gap behind the leaders, we're definitely pulling away from the cars behind. About 1.1 seconds at the moment. Gaining a lot of time through the chicane. Gap comes down to 0.8 as we go into this second lap. You have to be careful through turn 1 because there is a decent amount of elevation change and you don't want your front tyres in the air too much because then you won't be turning the car at all. Or you might lose some grip on the exit. You can see now we've got almost 5 seconds is the gap behind. So now it's really a race between us top 3. As P2 is falling away from the leader a little bit as we're trying to push up, but we dip our left rear just in the grass or just off the track a little bit and going over the grass on the inside of the hairpin, which gives us very dirty tyres. We just understeer through the Schumacher S. Now that gap behind is under 2 seconds, 4 seconds out in front. With those dirty tyres, we just lose a bit of grip, end up on the gravel. Going very slowly, trying to recover. As we're just dropping down the order now. Into 6th. Try to brake a little bit late, but just didn't really end up working for the both of us. Couldn't get the car slowed down as well as I'd hoped to. So from P3 to P10 in about a sector. Not what I was looking for. Now I've got to make up positions. Getting into 9th from someone doing donuts on the grass. And that guy thought it was fun, so he tried it as well. Into 8th now. So I'm getting forced onto the gravel, so we're up into 7th. Onto the pit straight now. Up behind the Subaru. Gaining with the slipstream to the inside. He sticks it around the outside pretty well and he's still there. You can see in the radar. But he just has to back out of it as we head into turn 2. Into turn 3, he does send it down the inside and gets in front. And then goes wide. So I managed to get back at him. Still side by side. He backs out a little bit, then comes back through. Some clean battling that I haven't seen much of on this channel. Getting up very close to him. He gets a bit wobbly on the exit. Understeering a little bit again through the S. Still chasing him, and you can see there are a couple cars ahead of him as well. So it's tightly packed in this section. Into the chicane. Just out braking myself. Just a tiny little bit of contact sends him spinning around, unfortunately. And 5th place gets up onto the gravel there. And on lap 6, onto lap 7, we're behind this Group 3 Beetle, who had decent race pace. We were probably a bit faster than him, but we just weren't able to get in front of him for a while. Just battling with him, trying to find somewhere to get past until we see P2 pits there. Onto the main straight, I've got the run on him down towards turn 1, and we can see there's the car coming out the pits. So it's going to be awkward because he's going to have the inside line. See the Beetle on the outside in the radar, but the Beetle gets on the grass and slides off somewhere. As you can see in the radar, he just disappears into the shadow realm. And the Lexus outbrakes themselves, which lets us get a nice little switchback move on. And now you can see P2 is just up ahead, which would be a net P3 with someone pitting behind us. You see it's only just over 4 seconds the gap, so hopefully bringing that down. Until here we get a little nudge from behind onto lap 9. The gap was only 2 seconds in front. Now this guy had very good pace because you meant to use the soft and the medium tyres, and he definitely pitted off the softs, and he has very good pace on these mediums, if they are mediums. Maybe a bit of foreshadowing there. As we see at the end of this lap, P2 does come into the pits to get on a set of medium tyres, and I think that I've got still some pace on these softs that's definitely going to be faster than the mediums. So I'm going to try and set him some good lap times to try and overcut him. On to lap 11 now, you can see the leader comes in, and we are going to follow him. Getting on those mediums and having a look, you can see the guy we're battling with going through the chicane now. So hopefully getting out either just behind him or ahead, as he's coming onto the main straight now as we're pulling into our pit box. And coming out of the pits on the left hand side, there he goes into turn 1. So we've definitely made up a lot of time, which is going to put us in this fight for the podium. As onto the end of lap 12, he just goes a little deep into the chicane. We are able to pull up alongside him towards the final corner and get ahead. He's going to have the run on us after going wide. So we're going to go defensive early. He heads to the outside to take the optimal racing line. I was expecting a switchback, so I tucked in close to the inside on the exit of the corner just to defend my position. Just trying to make sure I don't get any penalties, but keep driving on the limit as well, because a penalty will ruin our podium chances with him with P4 right behind us. In the radar, just sitting there, tucked up for quite a lot of the lap now. Heading through the Schumacher's, trying to make up some time just to help get some of the pressure off of us. And you can see through these corners he just decides to continue turning left. So I'm not sure why he did that, but he's going to drop down the order now, which relieves us of a lot of the pressure from behind as we set a personal best lap going on to the final lap. And I was looking at the fastest time, a 1:58.3 pretty much, and I thought, I reckon I can beat those on my mediums, just for some little bragging rights. So decently fought back from P10 at one point. A couple of mistakes in the chicane didn't help, but purple through sector 1, which is a good sign. You can see first and second are separated by not much on the track, and one of them, like I hinted before, I want to reveal that he is on softs. He did go soft to soft, but with the other driver going soft to medium, which is what you're supposed to do. So with them battling out in front, it's going to be a big penalty for the leader at this stage. They're going to come across the line now to finish the race. And we've got quite a big gap behind, so I know we're not going to lose any positions if we can just get through cleanly. Coming around the final corner to take a podium, not quite the fastest lap, but there it is, confirmation of a 2-minute penalty for the Lexus there. So promotes us to P2, which is a pretty decent finish, I thought. There it is, 3 positions raised. So hopefully on the next race we can maybe win to make it a win at every circuit during this series. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment what you want to see me play next. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.